All right, guys, so before I pot up some dahlias, I gotta pick some weeds. Wow, look at this tomato. It's growing between the cracks of the brick. That's a trooper. So I went ahead and put this tomato plant, I stripped the bottom set of leaves, and then I went ahead and put it in a solution of root stimulator. And we'll see if roots can grow all along the shaft. And I'll be sure to go ahead and plant this up because it deserves to live. Back to weeding. So lately, another reason I've come to love weeding, yeah, I said love weeding, more than the purpose of cleaning things up for aesthetic reasons and for the health of your plants, is there's another purpose. I feed the weeds to the chickens. Chickens love weeds. And the thing about chickens, I've noticed, is if they don't like something, they're not going to eat it. They're not going to touch it. So I never truly have to worry about, within reason, I never truly have to worry about feeding them something that is too dangerous for them. For several days when I first put those chickens in that pen, I had some daffodils, some pretty daffodils that were in bloom. And they were right next to the waterer. And the chickens never pecked at the daffodil leaves. They never pecked at the flowers. The plant was intact. But then I did some reading and I found out that daffodils are very poisonous to chickens and pets in general. And so I immediately went back there and removed it. But like I said, they didn't even touch it. So that's one benefit of picking these weeds, is that I can feed them to the chickens. All right, guys, one more thing. I'm gonna run these treats by the girls and then finally come back to planting these dahlias. Got some treats for you. you go. The pecking order is in full effect. You see who's got first dibs. Look at that. Pecking order in full effect. The top three, Buffy, Queenie, and Missy. And sometimes the Easter eggers. There goes Judy. They kicked you out, Judy? Huh? You gets no love. She's at the bottom of the pecking order. Pretty girl. I think she's a barnyard mix. They tried to sell her to me as a black Australorp, but I don't think so. Missy, she's a black Australorp. There goes Judy. She's trying to creep over. There you go, Judy. Coco, you making all that noise for? Hmm? She finally gave me an egg today. She's an olive egger, and I think she's a mix between a speckled Sussex or a Welsummer. She may be a Welsummer and an Americana mix. So that gives you an olive egger. Because her egg was dark brown and it was speckled. Pretty girl, Coco. Hey, Coco. There's the other olive egger. She is definitely an Araucana and something else, a brown egg layer. So I can't wait to see her eggs too. Hey, Pam. Pam and Coco. All right, so before I get these dahlias planted, I have to prepare my soil mix. So generally with my soil mixes, I just repurpose the old and add in some fresh, a little bit of amendments, and it's good as new. So I got some black cow. Throwing a little bit of this. Probably like a third of the bag. I've got a really good mix going. Now, I think the smart thing to do, take these empty containers, bring them to the location where I'd like to put the dahlia, set up shop, fill with soil, plant the dahlia, and then a couple birds over there frolicking. Bring the pot to the location where I would like the dahlia to be, plant the dahlia, and then move on to the next location. This makes sense, doesn't it? But to be honest with you, it's getting dark, okay? And I'm not about to be running around this garden doing just that. I'm just going to concentrate on the dahlias that will be in this vicinity, all right? And then keep it moving. Let's see. Right in front of these garden beds. So I think what I'll do is put a pot each in front of each of these beds. Should we go with these, or are they too small in scale? All right, I got two that I can put down here. Or maybe what I could do is put a trio, get a bigger dahlia here and a smaller dahlia in the smaller pot. All right, guys, so we'll go with this. Disregard that sage plant. I got to clean that up. I'm going to prune it all the way down and let it reflush again. I was thinking maybe I should put these on some bricks. No, let's get some nice looking bricks. All right, guys, it's starting to get really dark. And what I'll do is show you guys the result tomorrow when it's daylight. All right, because right now it's overcast. They said we're supposed to get some rain today, which I really doubt. But it's overcast and it's approaching 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock right now. So I'll show you guys tomorrow when we get some daylight. All right. And over here, I've got garlic that got wet. We didn't anticipate any rain forecasted for this morning, so I left it out. It was drying, but Looks like I may have to switch gears and probably just process everything, dry it in the dehydrator, and then just make powder. So we have a forecast of scattered showers throughout the day. So right here is the sage bush that I went ahead and pruned back. There's all the clippings right here. It smells heavenly. I gotta transplant these boxwood. They're looking like hell right now, especially after that drought that we just went through. Anything in pots or containers you have to pay very close attention to, because they dry out the quickest. All right, so real quick, I have over here the boxwood, which is an evergreen element. In the back, I have Dahlia Cafe au lait. That gets to be about 4 feet tall. Then in the front, I have this single HS flame dahlia. It has dark stems and dark foliage. See that? Really pretty dark foliage. And the blooms are fire engine red. Bright fire engine red, which will contrast nicely with the cafe au lait. And a little sparkle in the front here. Let's try to focus. This Dusty Miller, a little sparkle in the front here. And I've repeated the same thing on the other side. Now, this bed is 4 by 8. So the front, you have more real estate in front of the bed. This bed over here is 3 by 8, so it's a little more tight. But I just wanted to mirror exactly what is on the other side. So I have a cafe au lait back here. Like I said, that dahlia gets to be 4 and 5 feet tall. And a single HS flame dahlia back here with the dark foliage and stems. Okay. Beautiful. And down in the front, some Dusty Miller. And this this variety is called Silver Dust. One more thing, I've reused some crepe myrtle branches for my stakes. All right, so this single HS flame gets to be about 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall. The cafe au lait gets to be roughly 4 to 5 feet tall. So I provided a much sturdier stake for that plant. And I've also secured the stake with this clamp right here. I just screwed it in on both sides. So that's not going anywhere. And the same for over here. That's not going anywhere. So always reuse what you guys have. You know, always make do with what you guys have, man. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging with me on this episode of AJ's Green Thumb, where I just basically potted up some dahlias. I think that's the remedy for my dahlia situation in this garden, is to put them in pots. Because if I put them in the ground, the voles have at them. See you all in the next one.